Beyond the grave, the story of a deceased Yakima veteran who has had someone else buried in his grave for years. And a pair of fires near Spokane have been burning for over a week now, but it looks as if fire crews are starting to get them under control.
And a transition day with more heat today, but changes start late tonight. I'll get you prepared my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday. Good morning, Riley.
Good morning.
Always fun to have you filling in for Jill. And how was your weekend?
It was beautiful. Did a Costco run.
Oh, fun.
Had a great time.
Costco on a weekend?
I know, pretty risky, but it paid off.
Excellent, excellent. And folks, we have an interesting day. We're going to remain hot today, but changes on the way. If you've been waiting for fall-like conditions, you're in luck. Let's take a look outside at our lovely Skycam at Columbia Point. And folks, we do expect to see big changes coming tonight as we get windy conditions starting. We actually have a wind advisory for some of our areas, Ellensburg and northeastern Oregon, starting tomorrow morning. But folks, we are looking at another hot day today. Plenty of haze, so it just depends on how thick the haze gets. You could shave a few degrees off of what we expect, but still upper 90s expected for Yakima. Could see triple digits for the Tri-Cities. Again, it all depends on how thick the haze is because we saw cooler than expected temperatures yesterday by about 4 or 3 degrees. 101 expected for Walla Walla. But we have those changes coming. If you've been waiting for a cooling trend, it is on that way. Last day of heat, hazy conditions, and a windy Tuesday and possibly wet Tuesday is ahead. So folks, a lot to talk about. I'll get you ready for your work week and, well, a sneak peek at our upcoming Labor Day weekend. But for right now, I'm going to send it back to Riley.
27-year-old male was shot after a verbal confrontation in Walla Walla early Sunday morning. Just after midnight, a 27-year-old male arrived on foot at the Shell gas station located at 2112 East Isaacs Avenue. At the same time, an unidentified male suspect arrived in a vehicle. The victim confronted the suspect about the way he was driving. A verbal confrontation began and led to the suspect presenting a handgun and shooting the victim. The suspect then fled the scene in his vehicle. The victim was transported to Providence St. Mary Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. Walla Walla Police major crimes detectives are actively investigating this shooting. Anyone with information about this shooting is asked to call the non-emergency dispatch line at 509-527-1960. In 1942, U.S. Army Captain Donald Frumke helped survey what would end up being the Yakima Training Center. He was killed in action 2 years later, but his remains were misidentified, and for decades, someone else was buried in his place. In an interview you'll only see here on Apple Valley News Now, Emily Goodell spoke to Yakima Training Center Commander Lieutenant Colonel Tim Horn, who says after more than 70 years, Captain Frumke is finally coming home.
Donald Frumke was born on October 15, 1912, and grew up in Yakima. He went to Yakima High School, the State College of Washington, and worked with the U.S. Forest Service before enlisting in the U.S. Army in 1941.
And then in 1942, he was part of a survey team that did the initial survey for Yakima Training Center, back then Yakima Firing Center.
Frumke worked his way up the ranks, and by age 33, he was a captain in the 101st Airborne Division deployed overseas during World War II. And on October 5th, 1944, while fighting on the front lines,
he was killed during Operation Market Garden, the U.S.'s operation to free the Netherlands from German occupation.
It was 2 years before they found a grave marked with a cross in Frumke's name, and 3 years after that before he was buried in Yakima. But in 1952, they recovered a different set of remains, found with an identification bracelet for Captain Frumke, but interred them as an unknown soldier in Holland. It wasn't until decades later that a DNA test by military researchers revealed the remains buried in Yakima were misidentified, and Frumke's remains were still in a cemetery overseas.
Through the efforts of the War Department's Return of the Dead program, his remains were recovered and positively identified in August of 2022. The soldier who was identified as Frumke was disinterred from the gravesite in Yakima and the Defense POW MIA Accountability Agency will work to determine his identity.
And now, more than 70 years after giving his life for his country, Captain Frumke is finally coming home.
Captain Frumke was an important part of the Yakima Training Center's history, but he was also an important part of our nation's history. That's why I encourage all residents, especially veterans, to attend Captain Frumke's gravesite service here in Yakima or his public visitation in Ellensburg to show him and his family our thanks for the sacrifices that he made.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
It'll be from noon to 6 on September 7th and 8th at Brookside Funeral Home in Ellensburg. And Frumke's graveside service is set for 11 a.m. on September 9th at Tahoma Cemetery in Yakima. An 86-year-old man has died after being involved in a fatal crash Sunday night. According to Washington State Patrol, around 10:30 last night, one vehicle being driven by the 86-year-old man was headed southbound on State Route 903 when it crossed the center line and crashed head-on with another vehicle headed northbound. Both cars were totaled, but the two passengers in the struck vehicle were uninjured. The Gray Fire near Medical Lake is still burning over a week later, but fire crews have nearly put out the blaze. It's considered about 85% contained, and people are being allowed to go back and see if their homes survived. One family says they were getting ready for a camping trip last week when they heard about the fire getting closer and abruptly started preparing to evacuate instead.
Yeah, even packing, we're just like, this happens to other people, you know. Yeah, and even when we're grabbing things, we're just like, I don't want to have to put that back, you know, or that's a hassle to, you know, bring back.
Now they are sifting through piles of debris, trying to salvage anything they can from the home that sheltered their family for decades. Meanwhile, the Oregon fire is considered 44% contained, with more than 1,000 firefighters working to get it under control. This is burning northeast of Spokane up toward the Pend Oreille County line. Last week, we talked about checking on your insurance policy to see what natural disasters are covered. One family says they got an unpleasant and expensive surprise when they called their insurance company to talk about damage from the fires.
We called them up and they just says kind of, well, you know, we looked over your policy and it does not cover wildfires, so you're on your own.
So all this,
so
these repairs.
35 years of home insurance for nothing.
Insurance officials told us that wildfires are covered by standard home and rental insurance policies, but vehicle insurance policies might not include wildfire coverage unless you pay extra. I-84 westbound at Biggs Junction, milepost 103, will close this morning at 7 a.m. for recovery of two semi-trucks that crashed and went into the Columbia River over the weekend. Westbound lanes will be closed from Biggs Junction to Celilo for at least a few hours while special equipment, including a large crane that removes trucks from the river. The length of the closure will depend on the complexity of the recovery. According to Oregon Department of Transportation officials, they won't know if any of the semis are stuck on rocks or other debris in the river. For updates, check our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at your weather.
Folks, another hot day is ahead after a hot weekend, but changes on the way starting tonight. I'll get you ready in my first alert weather forecast.
And across the U.S., hundreds of thousands of children are being kicked off of Medicaid, even though experts say the vast majority continue to qualify. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
What is a leader? Someone who has backbone, resilience, determination to put a stake in the ground and get their hands a little dirty. Arrow Construction Supply has been the Northwest's leading provider of asphalt, concrete, and erosion control industries. From homeowner do-it-yourself to large commercial projects, we have everything for sale or rent to get the job done. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply, leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years.
Okay, who here has reached peak fall?
Peak what?
Peak fall!
I am wearing plaid.
And I'm wearing a cardigan.
I guess I am eating snickerdoodle cookie dough.
And I am eating a pumpkin pie blizzard.
The new DQ Fall Blizzard menu has reached peak fall. Pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle cookie dough, and more. They are back!
I just love fall.
Apparently we all do.
Oh, they did it! peak fall achieved. DQ, happy tastes good.
I'm ready to fight.
It's the shocking season finale.
The Final Four. Let's get it.
It's time to crown a champion.
Wow!
All will be revealed on the 2-hour season finale of Claim to Fame, tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Make your hard-earned dollars go further during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. I saved $100.
I saved $200.
Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses.
We saved $300.
Check out Doorbusters while they last.
Plus 4 years, no interest.
Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Labor Day sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Jeff Mancini here with an incredible offer from Mighty Bite. We're celebrating 15 years and the most lure patents in history. Mighty Bite looks, smells, sounds, feels, tastes, and swims like a wounded baitfish. With millions of pieces sold and fish being caught around the world, Mighty Bite's interchangeable adaptive features transforms the lure so it just works better in almost every fishing situation and for every type of fish. Catch more and bigger fish with Mighty Bite. Call or click today.
Apple Valley News Now welcomes professional bull riding to the Toyota Center, September 8th and 9th. Enter to win a family 4-pack of tickets on the contest page at applevalleyNewsNow.com, and you could be on your way to the PBR Tri-Cities Classic. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Losing their Medicaid coverage, even though experts say the vast majority continue to qualify. In April, states regained the power to kick off those deemed ineligible for the health insurance program. According to nonprofit the KFF, at least 5.4 million people have since lost their Medicaid benefits. Georgetown University's Center for Children and Families says as many as more than 6 million children are at risk of losing their benefits during the unwinding process. But the KFF says that many parents may not realize their children may still be eligible because the household income limit for kids to remain covered is higher. Parents are being urged to submit renewal documents even if they think they earn too much to qualify themselves. Well, the FDA is warning people not to use certain types of eye drops. The agency says it has recalled Dr. Burns MSM drops 5% solution and Light Eyes MSM eye drops over contamination issues. The FDA says the eye drops could contain potential bacteria contamination, fungal contamination, or both. The warning says users could develop a minor to serious vision-threatening infection, which could possibly progress to a life-threatening infection. For more information about the recall, visit fda.gov. Coming up, as computers continue to take a major role in our everyday lives, the Yakima Valley Partners for Education are working to make sure everyone can overcome technological barriers. And folks, I'll return with your first alert forecast. I'll get you ready for your Monday. And hey, I'm going to throw in the work week and your Labor Day weekend coming up. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
To celebrate doubling my sourdough, Jack, I got doubles for everyone in the office.
All right, my double looks nothing like me, and neither does yours.
HR.
Hey, it's our wife.
Order my classic or double bacon sourdough, Jack, today.
Floor scuffs, tears, and nasty scratches. Forget them for good with Ruby Sliders, the chair leg covers that stretch to fit most chairs and make floor marks a thing of the past. Slide it here, slide it there, slide it anywhere. Just slip them on and keep your floors looking like new. They fit any size or shape furniture leg and glide effortlessly. Forget flimsy felt pads and caps that don't fit. Just stretch it on and slide it. Call or click now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping.
Next, E.T.
This way! Come
Before
on!
the final Indiana Jones heads to streaming, a behind-the-scenes look at how they made Harrison Ford look young.
That's my real face.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Hi, Jason Valentine for the Apple Valley News Now Great American Flag Swap. Bring your old tattered American flag to All City Transmission on September 8th, and in exchange, we'll give you a brand new flag as we celebrate America together.
At All City Transmission, we stand as proud Americans, cherishing our nation's symbol of unity, the Great American Flag.
Honest work, quality price, All City Transmission.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air.
Give an ice cream sandwich to someone you love.
Next 5, Victoria Clark, plus Back to School Week with Jenny Mullen.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Trust falls? Really?
Come on, Jack. It'd be great for morale.
If I wanted to raise morale, I'd offer a choice of 2 sandwiches plus curly fries, a taco, and a drink for only $6.
Thanks, Jack. I trusted you guys.
Try my $6 Jack Pack today.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope you had a wonderful morning so far this morning. And folks, we're looking at air quality issues still in the moderate zone. We've been very lucky with a little bit more dispersed smoke than we saw last week at this time when we were struggling to get above hazardous and unhealthy air. So currently we are mostly in the moderate zone, but luckily we are going to be seeing things clearing out. Now, smoke is sticking with us today, and it depends on how much smoke is in our atmosphere on how less hot we're going to be today. We're going to be plenty hot, but could be a little less hot than expected. But we do expect winds to start changing the smoke, get it out of our areas, and much better air quality is on the way. I'll get to that in a bit. Current temperatures, mid to lower 60s for most of our areas, 55 in Ellensburg. And do get ready for much cooler mornings on the way as we move along in our work week, especially by Wednesday. We do have shower activity expected by tomorrow. This is early tomorrow. Low pressure system out in the Pacific, bringing in cooler temperatures as well, and heavy winds as we're going to be seeing a lot going on. So first, let's take a look at the shower activity on our future cache. Plenty of sunshine today, but then maybe just a bit of shower activity as we get into our evening hours and into our overnight period. And then we'll see more shower activity start to form and kind of slapdash, kind of hit or miss as we get into our morning hour. So don't expect too much shower activity. We are keeping an eye on it, but we also have a wind advisory. This definitely will be hitting starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow to 11 p.m. Tomorrow evening. So 25 to 35 mile per hour winds for Kittitas County and northeastern Oregon, gusts up to 55 miles per hour. Our other areas expect between 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. Wind speeds already picking up a bit for Toppenish. For the rest of our areas, pretty light. We do expect light winds more or less for our daytime, but as we get into our evening hours, as those quick showers start to come in, we'll see the winds start to pick up. So let's take a look at our highs today. We are looking at, again, 98 for Yakima, 96 for Ellensburg. As we move into our Mid-Columbia, triple digits. But again, if the haze continues to be a little thicker than expected, just like we saw yesterday, we had to shave a few degrees off the high yesterday. So that could be happening again today. Over in the Blue Mountain region, 101 for Walla Walla and 98 for Pendleton. 7-day forecast, and as we move along in our work week, tomorrow morning, thunder and lightning, and again, that wind advisory for Kittitas and the northeastern part of Oregon, but windy conditions throughout. And look at these cooler temperatures. By Thursday, 71 is expected. So that is a 27-degree drop from today. So folks, cooler temperatures are going to be here. We do tend to rebound a bit as we head into our weekend. Tri-Cities area, 82 tomorrow with those morning showers. Again, could be some thunder and lightning involved. Down to 74 by Thursday. And then warming up for our Labor Day weekend. Can you believe it? Labor Day weekend is already here. So folks, a hazy and hot Monday is ahead. Do get ready though for a blustery and bit showery Tuesday tomorrow.
Digital literacy is a topic some may take for granted, like the ability to use a cell phone, send an email, or even apply for jobs online. The Yakima Valley Partners for Education saw a need in its community. There were people who had not only a technology barrier, but also don't speak English, creating more of a hurdle. The YVPE started a digital literacy computation course, which taught 150 Spanish-speaking Lower Valley residents about a wide range of computer skills. Susie Diaz, the Collective Impact Director with the organization, says they started with the basics.
Literally how to turn on a laptop and all the components, and then we took them through a series of lessons. The course is taught over 6 weeks, 12 lessons, 2 hours each, and we embedded in that practice local resources.
According to Diaz, when a person has low or no technological skills plus a language barrier, it can become insurmountable for some families and their needs. The YVPE started this community resource so people don't get left behind.
In some cases, they're completely left out from resources. Jobs are largely available online. The application process is available online. Things like sending attachments to qualify for services or verify something, a lot of that stuff is now available online.
The classes took place from July 2022 to June 2023. 20 Spanish-speaking students were in each 6-week course, which were located in Sunnyside, Grandview, and Mabton. There was even a student who completed the course who was then hired to present the curriculum to later classes. Heritage University has completed its first week of classes for the fall semester. I spoke with Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost Melissa Hill. With students back on campus and welcoming new students, she says there's a vibrancy and energy back on campus. She says she's heard discussions from students and professors about artificial intelligence and what it means for grading, as well as the new FAFSA application that's going out next year. But also she's noticed people around campus having deeper discussions about community and worldwide issues.
Getting familiar and comfortable in the spaces where they're discussing things and really being forced to think critically about serious issues that we're facing, whether it be climate, looking at some of the views I think that are important to this community too. We have those difficult discussions and deconstruct them in the classrooms. And so everyone's really excited to be in those spaces and figuring out how they share, what they share.
According to Hill, Heritage University has maintained enrollment even following COVID-19. There has been a decline in applications for financial aid, but she says they feel good about enrollment. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a man in Seattle has been reunited with his cat after it went missing 8 years ago.
It's the Ford Big Deal Labor Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs, now through September 4th. Lease a well-equipped 2023 F-150 for just $389 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Craving an action-packed stack of game-changing, meaty, cheesy sauciness? Taco Time's Taco Cheeseburger. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
So, Richardson family, the neighbors are very curious about your new family member.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth?
Hello.
We built her when our daughter moved out so we could keep our family plan and save money.
With US Cellular, you don't need a fourth line to get the best deal. It's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines.
Oh.
I guess we don't need a fourth line anymore.
This is awkward.
Now at US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line. US Cellular, built for us.
Take a trip back in time at the Uptown Antique Market. Nearly 30 individual vendors with an amazing variety of inventory. From furniture to clothing, housewares to home decor, memorabilia, and much, much more. New inventory arriving daily at the Uptown Antique Market in Richland's historic Uptown.
You heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell. The solar-powered, motion-activated, multi-directional floodlight. The versatile, wireless, safety, security, and outdoor lifestyle light you'll love. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99. And the shipping is free. Order now and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-248-8281 or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore. Yes, it is.
Wait, guys. The Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
First Alert Weather, early warnings, and accurate forecasts.
Stacy Lee.
On your television, online, and on the go with our mobile app.
She's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, weeknights at 5, 6, and 6:30.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, just click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
It's the Ford Big Deal Labor Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through September 4th. Lease a well-equipped 2023 F-150 for just $389 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Welcome back, everyone. A special reunion for a Seattle man whose cat went missing nearly a decade ago.
Oh my goodness.
Johnny Goodman says he is happy to see his cat Pierre, who he thought he would never see again after 8 years.
All right, Pierre went missing in 2015. What's with the haircut? While staying with a family friend, after months of looking, Goodman said he kind of lost hope until last week. Pierre was found and turned into the Humane Society. He was scanned for a microchip and was able to be reunited with Goodman.
Well, according to the Tacoma Humane Society, Pierre was in bad shape and had been living on the streets.
Buddy.
Goodman says he is focused on getting reacquainted with the cat and making sure he is happy.
After a few months pet missing, you kind of lose hope. So to get that call last week was pretty wild, actually.
Pretty surreal, absolutely.
Definitely, and that's the importance of microchipping animals.
Yes.
Definitely. So if you do lose your animal, maybe it will be returned to you, maybe 8 years later, maybe.
Have you ever lost a pet?
We have, yes. We had an incident many, many years ago. I was a very young child where we lost our dog for a couple days, I think.
Oh,
and
no.
it was a very scary thing for all of us. You know, we all loved that dog. Her name was Mars.
Oh, Mars. And Mars came back home.
Mars did come back home. Loved her for many, many years after that.
Excellent. Glad Mars came home. And folks, just wonderful that they got reunited.
Yes.
Quick look outside, everyone. Still plenty of darkness. Gosh, we have to wait till 6:12 for sunrise. Ooh. We have a hot day ahead, but changes on the way. Let me tell you about it in my First Alert weather forecast coming up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, authorities have discovered a manifesto belonging to the gunman who shot and killed 3 black people in a racially motivated shooting. And 3 U.S. Marines have died and 5 seriously injured after a U.S. Marine Corps helicopter crashed in Australia.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple is said to be planning its biggest overhaul of the iPad Pro in years. Bloomberg is reporting the new tablets will have OLED screens for the first time, along with the rumored M3 chip that will reportedly come in 11 and 13-inch displays, and an updated Magic Keyboard will also be available. And YouTube Music is rolling out real-time lyrics on Android and iOS to more users after being available to a limited audience. The feature shows lyrics in real time as the song plays. Both Apple Music and Spotify already have similar features. And finally, Sony has announced new details on the upcoming PlayStation Portal. The portable device will stream PS5 games over Wi-Fi on its 8-inch screen. The price tag is $200. There's no release date yet, but Sony says it will be out later this year. Now, even though he's a gamer, I doubt Mike Tyson gets one. After all, he is an ex-boxer. Those are your Tech Bites.
Okay, everybody, playoff time. What do we got?
I say we run last year's script back. Who doesn't love a good sequel, right?
Nice.
But we're just going to tweak the ending a little bit.
There we go. Write that down.
What if that Jimmy Garoppolo character fell in love with my character?
That's good right there. Steamy. Forbidden love. I like it, Mama Kay.
That's a good-looking guy right there, Mom. I see where you're going.
Whoa.
Me likey.
Vegas, baby!
I'll be down.
My frequent heartburn had me taking antacid after antacid all day long. But with Prilosec OTC, just one pill a day blocks heartburn for a full 24 hours. For one-and-done heartburn relief, Prilosec OTC, one pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. Have fun, sis.
Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category and earn 3% cash back.
More information is being released on the white gunman who shot and killed 3 black people in a racially motivated shooting at a Dollar General store in Jacksonville, Florida. 3 U.S. Marines have died in a helicopter crash during an international joint exercise in Australia.
And a transition day with more heat, but changes starting late tonight. I'll get you prepared my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to the work week. And next week at this time, it's a holiday.
Fantastic.
Yes, Labor Day is just a week away, so something to look forward to already.
Definitely, and it's back to school season. A lot of schools are headed back to the classroom starting, I think, mostly today and tomorrow for some of us.
And if not, probably next Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. So a lot of things going on and a lot of changes happening as well. Heat today, but chilly as we move along in our week. Let's take a look outside at our lovely Skycam at Geese Stadium, home of the Dust Devils, and just a beautiful morning. And we're going to have a hot day ahead. We do have considerable haziness, though, which could block a little bit enough of the sun to kind of drop our expected highs by a couple of degrees. Yesterday, we were about 3 or 4 degrees off of our expected high, around the upper 90s. We ended up in more of the mid 90s. So we'll keep an eye on that today, but expected upper 90s for Yakima. Over in the Tri-Cities, we have 101 expected. Yikes, could be the last 101 of the year. 101 for Walla Walla as well. But changes are on the way. Tonight we're going to start to see winds picking up. That will help start the process of getting rid of all of this smoke. Then we have a wind advisory tomorrow with morning showers, a lot going on. So last day of the heat, hazy conditions continue, windy Tuesday ahead. I'll have all that in my forecast coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to Riley.
Now to new information about the racially motivated mass shooting in Florida. Police say a white gunman killed 3 black people at a dollar store in Jacksonville. Community leaders gathered last night to remember the victims, including a 19-year-old store employee, along with a young father of a 4-year-old girl. The FBI is calling this a hate crime as we learn more about the alleged shooter's past. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the details.
This morning, we're learning more about the white man accused of gunning down 3 black people at a Dollar General store in Jacksonville, leaving a community stunned.
They didn't deserve this. We cannot have someone come from another county and shoot up this community. It ain't no black on black crime. It's a hate crime.
Investigators say these videos show 21-year-old Ryan Christopher Palmetter shooting one victim in a car outside the store, then going inside and murdering 2 more people before turning the gun on himself. The FBI now investigating the Dollar General rampage as a hate crime. Investigators say the gunman had writings on him that were racist, along with the swastika painted on one of his weapons.
The manifesto is quite frankly, the diary of a madman. What is irrational thoughts? He knew what he was doing.
Police say Palmetter had no prior criminal history, but in 2017 he was held at a mental health facility. Investigators not elaborating. Still, officials say Palmetter bought the firearms used in Saturday's shooting legally. Recent data from the FBI shows hate crime rose nearly 12% between 2020 and 2021, reaching the highest level since tracking began in the early 1990s. Back in Jacksonville last night, mourners gathering to remember the 3 victims: 52-year-old Angela Michelle Carr, Dollar General employee A.J. LaGuerre, age 19, and 29-year-old Gerald Deshawn Gallion, father of a 4-year-old daughter.
I'm just going to have to pray and ask God to give me the words and the strength to sit her down and tell her. Because she's so young, and all she knew was her daddy.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Former classmates and neighbors described Palmetter as awkward, saying he kept to himself. But those reporters spoke to said they could never imagine him carrying out such a violent act. 3 U.S. Marines were killed and several others are hurt after an aircraft crashed during a military exercise in Australia. According to a statement from the Marine Rotational Force Darwin, 23 Marines were on board the Osprey aircraft. 5 others were taken to the Royal Darwin Hospital and are in serious condition, one of which is having surgery. Officials say the incident happened on Melville Island around 9:30 a.m. local time. In June of 2022, a crash involving the same type of aircraft crashed and killed 5 Marines during a training mission near Glamis, California. The cause of Sunday's incident is being investigated. Australian Defence Forces are assisting U.S. personnel where the crash took place. Jason Valentine is here for a quick look at your forecast.
Folks slowly starting to wake up this morning, and we have changes on the way, but the heat remains at least today. All of your first alert weather forecast coming right up.
And some stars were out on the red carpet for the Venice Film Festival over the weekend, despite the current actors' strike. We'll tell you why next on Good Morning Northwest.
What you doing out there?
Taking the scenic route. I know this looks like a summer blockbuster, but this is a Nissan sales event tag. With 5 drive modes, this Nissan Rogue gives the performance of a lifetime. Now comes the real star of the show.
Now get a low $419 per month lease or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Buds and Blossoms 2 in Richland, servicing the full Tri-Cities. We design custom arrangements for birthdays, weddings, funerals, and just because. Stop into Buds and Blossoms 2, home of the big white dogs, at 1310 Jadwin, Richland.
Things to consider when choosing a pediatrician.
Visit the doctor's office before the baby's born so you can meet the staff to find out if they'll be a good fit. More at applevalley.newsnow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $900 on Purple adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Or check out the Summit Firm, now only $299.99. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Not being able to see up close can be frustrating.
Introducing Eye Candy, the sweet new way to see everything bigger, brighter, and better than ever before. This lightweight, easy-to-hold magnifier utilizes an optical-grade lens that enlarges print by 300%. Yes, 300%. Embedded in Eye Candy's frame are 12 anti-glare LED lights that dramatically help increase clarity. It's a flashlight and magnifier in one. Lightweight and portable, Eye Candy is ideal for dimly lit restaurants. Read recipes, prescription bottles, or nutritional information. Order now to get your Eye Candy for only $19.99. But wait, there's breaking news. Eye Candy may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Eye Candy is shutting down and stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 Eye Candies per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-931-3546 or visit tryeyecandy.com. That's 1-800-931-3546. Order now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. Well, many movie stars haven't seen much outside of picket lines lately due to the SAG-AFTRA dispute with the studios and streaming services. But at least one upcoming film festival will feature some star power. David Daniel has that and more.
The Venice Film Festival red carpet is looking starrier. Variety reports Adam Driver is set to attend the festival to promote his starring role in Ferrari. He'll be joined by Oscar winner Jessica Chastain, promoting her role in Memory. Both films have SAG-AFTRA interim waivers, as indie productions not subject to the current strike.
The prophet. Why is that a bad thing? Use it. Because all my visions lead to horror.
Dune Part 2 may not be coming out until March, but director Denis Villeneuve is already thinking about extending the journey. He tells Empire magazine he'd like to make a third Dune film based on the Frank Herbert novel Dune Messiah. After that, he'd move on to other projects. Florence Welch has a doctor's note for canceling recent concerts. The Florence and the Machine frontwoman posted on social media she had emergency surgery recently that saved her life, though she didn't go into specifics. Welch says she'll return to the stage September 1st in Portugal, adding, maybe not jumping so much, but you can do that for me. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Dune Part 2. Well, a community on the west side has come together to show support for a homeless man who was attacked by strangers while he was sleeping. And folks, I'll return with your first alert forecast. Let me get you ready for your Monday and your work week as well. That's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
Hell's Canyon and the Snake River. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion, or bacon, or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Queensgate Gardens thanks you all for the wonderful support that you've shown us throughout this incredible spring season. We are truly honored to have such amazing customers like you. Come on down for any last-minute summer planting and check out our amazing selection at our fruit stand.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT TurboMax pickups, or get $6,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Craving an action-packed stack of game-changing, meaty, cheesy awesomeness? Taco Time's Taco Cheeseburger. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on.
Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536. Denzel versus the Italian Mafia. Next Extra, he teams up with action director Antoine Fuqua to take their hit Equalizer franchise to Italy.
I wanted to take Denzel international.
Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Check out Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Sheds dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 West Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
Glad days are here. Our annual fall sales event is the best time to get discounts on Ladd irrigation services and products. You'll find great deals on parts, pivots, projects, repairs, and more. From August 28th through September 1st, stop by any Ladd irrigation location to take advantage of these once-in-a-year prices. Prizes and snacks, too. This is simply our way of saying thank you to our customers. Learn more at ladddirrigation.com.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. And yes, we're looking later and later as our sun comes up, but we're looking at a pretty darn nice day today. Now, air quality staying right where it has been. We've been on the periphery of either good air quality or moderate air quality, and that is where we're stuck right now. The Dow's getting plenty of bad air coming in from the south. Now, the good news is we're continuing to see winds, slow winds in from the north today, but then they're going to be switching in from the southwest. Now, what that means is we're going to continue to see smoke coming into our areas. So our haze is going to be sticking around today. But as we head into tomorrow, we're going to see big changes as the winds will push all of this smoke out. I'll get to that in a bit. So temperatures, we're staying warm, mid to lower 60s in our morning hours, 54 for Ellensburg, but do get ready for the heat to be on yet again today. So we're going to be right around those triple digits for most of our cities. But look at this drop from today into tomorrow. Now, this is for the Tri-Cities. That's almost a 20-degree drop. And by the time we get to Thursday, that is a 27-degree drop. Hey, I did quick math from Thursday into today. So big changes on the way temperature-wise, as we are going to be routinely well below our average for this time of year after today. So heading into tomorrow, what's the impetus behind all these changes? We are looking at a low pressure system out in the Pacific, and it's going to be bringing in precipitation early tomorrow. Could even be a little bit of thunder and lightning, and it's going to be bringing those cooler temperatures and heavy winds. So let's take a look at our futurecast. Let's get the precipitation out of the way. We could see it start as we get into our evening hours, just very little bits of showers. Then as we head into our overnight period, into our morning, we're going to see more and more of these popping up into pretty much our early afternoon. Then it's going to be moving along. A little bit of hit and run showers, though, possible as we head into Wednesday as well. As folks, we are changing our weather pattern quite harshly. Also, wind advisory starting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. for Kittitas County and northeastern Oregon. So winds 25 to 35 mile per hour sustained. Gusts up to 55 miles per hour. Also, our other areas will see about 20 to 15 mile per hour winds. Could see gusts in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range. So a lot going on, folks, as we head into tomorrow. Wind speeds right now, you've seen earlier we saw all that hazardous smoke that is coming in from the south into Dowsport, and we're getting a little bit of that into Toppenish, but still we're staying mostly in that moderate zone of air quality. So let's take a look at our highs today. 98 for Yakima, and depending on how thick the haze is, we could be a tad bit cooler than expected. Triple digits for much of the mid-Columbia. Over in the Blue Mountain region, 101 for Walla Walla, 98 for Pendleton. 7-day forecast, and folks, thunder and lightning possible early tomorrow morning with that wind, and then off and on shower activity as we head into our weekend, our Labor Day weekend. And look how cool it's going to get, all the way down to 71 by Thursday. In the Tri-Cities area, 82 tomorrow, all the way down to 74 by Thursday, and then get ready for a bit of a cooler, but again, kind of rebounding from this extreme cool temperatures we're seeing by Thursday. So folks, a hot day ahead. Prepare for the heat and prepare for a change tomorrow.
A community on the west side is rallying around a homeless man brutally attacked last week. Police say the teenagers responsible are in custody. The man who survived has received an outpouring of love that he did not expect. We want to warn you, some of the images you are about to see may be disturbing. Connor Bort has the details.
Port Angeles is a place Mike Wadlow has always felt safe.
I've been here for about 2.5 years, and I want to live here. I love the ocean and I love the people.
Although he is homeless, he feels a sense of security. But last week, in the early morning hours, that changed.
I fell asleep and woke up to somebody kicking me in the face. First, I thought I was having a nightmare.
A local teenager who Mike had never met was attacking him with what police say appears to be a gun. The assault was captured in this video that one of the two suspects posted to social media.
And he just kept coming back, pistol whipping me, and threatening to kill me. You know, I was just terrified. I just wanted him to stop.
Eventually, the two teens did leave, but not before throwing all of Mike's belongings into the harbor.
Just what little things I had. But you know what? I could care less about the stuff. I just wanted him to leave me alone.
Mike reported the crime to Port Angeles police that afternoon with bruises on his body and cracked ribs.
This is life-altering stuff, and this is stranger violence. This is a place, if you'd asked me, would I be safe at 5:30 at City Pier in the morning? I'd say absolutely.
Police Chief Brian Smith says the video was posted to social media just as police were already about to arrest the two teens for the crime. Teens he says they've dealt with before.
They've had opportunities with their involvement with the criminal justice system to make different decisions.
There's a little fish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what they're running from.
While the decision of these strangers had a negative impact on Mike, the choices of another stranger would soon do the opposite.
A friend of mine told me there's some girls running around looking for you.
Brianna Gillette says after she saw the video, she knew something needed to be done.
I wanted him to see the good in this community because there's so much good.
She's been with Mike every day since.
He's funny, and he's just kind of a goofball. And he's sweet. He's so sweet. Give me a hug.
Yeah.
She connected him to a group who got him a hotel room. She got him new clothing, started a GoFundMe for him to get permanent housing, and connected him with a salon who gave him a haircut.
I feel better. It just reminds me of who I was.
The support is overwhelming because even bigger than the hate of a stranger is the love of a community.
Grateful. Grateful that people care.
Wadlow says a lot of doors have opened up for him and says he will not take any of these opportunities for granted. As for the teens, they are in jail and currently being held on $100,000 bail. When we come back, a man vacationing at the New Jersey shore finds a message in a bottle, and now he's looking for the person who sent it.
Trust falls? Really?
Come on, Jack. It'd be great for morale.
If I wanted to raise morale, I'd offer a choice of 2 sandwiches plus curly fries, a taco, and a drink for only $6.
Thanks, Jack. I trusted you guys.
Try my $6 Jack Pack today.
Cut your ties to the fuel pump with an all-electric vehicle from Overturf Kia, your EV headquarters. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Save over $5,500 on a new 2023 all-electric EV6 Wind with all-wheel drive. Now just $48,549. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Hi, Jason Valentine for the Apple Valley News Now Great American Flag Swap. Bring your old tattered American flag to All City Transmission on September 8th, and in exchange, we'll give you a brand new flag as we celebrate America together.
At All City Transmission, we stand as proud Americans, cherishing our nation's symbol of unity, the Great American Flag.
Honest work, quality price, All City Transmission.
Apple Valley News Now welcomes professional bull riding to the Toyota Center September 8th and 9th. Enter to win a family 4-pack of tickets on the contest page at applevalleynewsnow.com, and you could be on your way to the PBR Tri-Cities Classic.
Hey, Tri-Cities, it's time to discover summer at Corwin Ford. And time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford to discover all the best summer has to offer, including our best selection and best offers and best rates of the year on Ford trucks and SUVs. So get ready, Tri-Cities, and discover summer with Corwin Ford. Family driven for over 100 years.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you've ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance only at Blue Compass RV.
Need a new furry pal? It's Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now. Each Wednesday, we'll feature lovable pets from area shelters wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Windermere Group 1 and Apple Valley News Now.
For fans of my sourdough jack, this is for you. 100% beef seasoned as it grills, hickory smoked bacon, and melty cheese on my original sourdough bun. And for my imitators, better luck next time. Try my sourdough jack today.
The Snake River's Hills Canyon, Tuesday.
All right, folks, let's head closer to home as we're starting off this Monday, and we are going to be hot today and hazy. Do get ready for conditions to continue to be hot until we get to our evening hours, when we're going to see things start to shift. Actually, we're just a little bit not as hot in the lovely Yakima Valley. We're right in those mid to upper 90s. And again, if the haze is a little bit thicker than expected, we could see just a tad less hot temperatures across the board. Triple digits for much of the mid-Columbia, but do get ready for, again, mid to lower 80s, upper 70s tomorrow. So a big change on the way. Boardman, though, our cool spot, Riles, at 91. Other than that, we're at triple digits or mid to upper 90s. It's a hot Monday ahead. Could be the last hot day of 2023.
A man vacationing with his family on the Jersey Shore found a message in a bottle. Now he needs help finding who sent it off on its journey all the way across the Atlantic. Karina Gary has the story.
Wednesday, we were walking, and on the way back, we were right at the water's edge, and there was a clump of seaweed, and I saw the bottle, and I said, oh, it's just, I was getting ready to throw it out, and then I noticed there was a note in it. So we saved it, got back to our blanket and our chairs. We couldn't get it open till we got to the house, and that's when we discovered where it was from.
A message in a bottle written back in 2019 and traveling over 3,000 miles from Ireland to end up here in New Jersey. The note reads, "Greetings from Ireland. I have thrown this bottle into the sea for someone to find another day. Maybe it's traveled down to Africa or to Iceland. I won't know if someone found this, but I hope it is found." The letter, dated July 17th, 2019, is signed simply Aoife. And in a possible twist of fate, Bolger, who owns a vacation home in Wildwood, notes the community has a large Irish-American population.
Another thing that struck us was North Wildwood is a huge Irish-American community. And I'm like, okay, what are the odds of finding this? It was just, I don't know, it's been surreal.
Bolger and his family are now on a mission to connect with the writer of the letter. And what better way to do that than through social media? The post has over 700 shares on Facebook, and Bolger's story has made its way to Ireland.
And I'm getting emails now from Irish TV stations. I got to do an interview on Irish radio at 1 a.m. tomorrow.
So that's fun. It's one of the fun littering stories you'll ever hear.
That's a good way to think about it.
But anyways, very cool, and there's something romantic about getting
I definitely agree.
a message in a bottle. So very cool.
Very cool.
I love it. Let's take a quick look outside. Not so cool are temperatures today, but they're definitely going to be cooling down into tomorrow. I'll get you ready for your Monday and my first alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, in an Apple Valley News Now
Donald Trump, he was
exclusive,
born-
the story of a deceased yak